the thing that can be corrected, right? Whatever that if is, right? So I'm gonna start while y'all think about it. So I'm gonna say this. So dating would change if what? Fill in the blank.
Dating would change if you are not dating at a deficit.
And let me ask y'all ladies something. Why do you think that women forgive men for cheating and we don't forgive y'all for cheating? And why do you think women do that? Why do you think women forgive any of y'all? Why do y'all forgive us?
Because we don't want to break our stability at that. So
Plead the fifth and take a sip. Have any one of you ladies ever cheated before?
I have.
Both of them ain't saying shit over the other two.
I'll cold turkey someone.
Stop that.
It's over. Goodbye, good riddance. Okay.
What you mean you cold turkey? What do you mean?
Be done with them. Break up.
So you don't cheat to be finished.
You've never cheated. You don't want to have ever cheated?
No, I haven't had that many relationships like that. But no.
Okay. Oh, but you can have one and cheat. There you go. There you go.
My definition
Yours
is something that I'm leading towards being forever. So and that's how I view relationships as, I want this to be fair, but this is not just something that I'm just doing just because.
You know what? Have y'all bought Nakia a hooker yet? Nah, fuck with you. Y'all might need to get Nakia a hooker while y'all there. Never fold like that for real.
Fluids is if I let you put fluids on me, I love your ass. Like
so I guess, and I'm not saying that's the situation now, but if there's anything that needs to be corrected in your current situation, put it on the time clock. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something, which y'all don't understand. I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. At a certain point, when we done and we ready to quote unquote go back and swap it out, they'll do it in a heartbeat, y'all.
Okay.
They'll do it in a heartbeat.
So don't be contradictory. Earlier you was talking about I'm too judgmental and I don't be open-minded.
But it's not judging if it's the truth.
Right, swear for Lord, that if the news come on tomorrow and it says women will only date dudes that know trigonometry, every nigga will go back to school. This concept where I want to take this to another living room. So I want to have all the girls come into one particular room. We're going to have a conversation. I'll be actually coming in. We'll just have a conversation.
My last experience from 1 to 10, I would say it was a 4, 5.
See if you be listening to her for a key. Valuable advice is you've actually heard her say and have you applied it.
Not today, in general.
In general.
Why did I?
She don't remember nothing.
Well, it's feminine energy. It's just like they not, approach, bro. Approach. But
when was the last time you did something nice for yourself?
Okay, I do something nice for myself all the time. For myself. Yeah, I do something nice for myself all the time, but okay, and I'll say this only because when I'm thinking about it, I do something for myself nice every day.
It's a lot of the ladies, it's a lot of women. When you're in relationships, when you have kids, when you have family, we kind of tend to start to put ourselves on the back burner a little bit,
Yeah.
So that's something we have to work on as individuals and making sure, we still come first. We look for our men to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we play that role and we come first, but we start to lack a little bit. You get a little lost in the sauce sometimes,
because it's really a cycle, y'all, to be honest with you. It's supposed to be a cycle. When you pour and dump, somebody should be so it balances itself out. You know what I mean? Somebody, it should be like I pour into you and they pour back into you. You know what I'm saying? So if that doesn't happen as more frequent, that's when you do something nice for yourself, right?
Because that's actually nurturers, you know.
So, yeah, you gotta nurture yourself.
Thing that's it's hard, you know.
What's happening, everybody? What's going on? So check it. We back for another edition of Date Night Slumber Party. Let me go ahead and get everybody straighten out here. Just want to say what's up. Happy Tuesday. 2 more days before the 4th of July. So look, check it. We decided to do another date night slumber party. That's right, date night slumber party. We back at it again. And so guess what? I got a whole new crew out here. And basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna rock out again. Real quick, house cleaning. I always like to clean the house a little bit. Again, I always like to start off and say this is not a this is not a podcast. It is a platform. So basically what we do on this platform, we allow people to come on to the actual platform. Everybody in the chat, look, listen. Also, I want to say this. If you're listening and you ain't sharing or liking, you're stealing. I can see who on here. So guess what? Share and like, spread the news. The information is not for you to keep, it's for you to spread out. So real quick, this is not a podcast. This is a platform. A platform is something that we allow people to come on and kind of talk about their own views of dating, anything, relationship advice. I am not an advisor. I am not a guru. I am not a person that will tell you what to do, because guess what? I'm trying to figure it out. One thing about these particular shows, I will tell you this. I'm learning too, right? I might have a little bit from a man's perspective, but guess what? If I have women on, I'm going to actually learn something from the women. If I have men on, I'm going to actually learn something from the men. So guess what? I'm here just like y'all. What's up? What's up, entities? What's going on, man? Hey, look, check this out. Yeah, looking forward to it. I got 4 young ladies that's on here, and we're going to get it popping. So check this out real quick. Date night. We also have a dating app that we're putting together soon. It's coming, y'all. I mean, it is a lot of work. We're actually trying to have something positive, a dating app that can not only give you good quality people. We're going to have video chats, just a whole lot of other things. I don't want to spoil it because somebody might steal my idea. I already know how they is out there, but guess what? They can do it. Guess what? We're going to do it better. No one works harder than us. I can guarantee you that. And we back. So check it. Other than that, let's just go ahead and get these ladies on here. Last time, the first edition, I had 3 young ladies. They were in Vegas. They were friends, 20 plus. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this dynamic right here is a little different. This particular dynamic is a bunch of young ladies that they have new friendships from what I hear. The age range is a little bit within a good spectrum too. So we have, someone that's who has it, someone that's trying to get it. And, these ladies do call themselves friends. So guess what? I'm going to go ahead and bring them in. Let me start rambling. He said, Mark, God damn it, man. We trying to get started, man. But guess what? We're going to get started right here with these women right here. What's happening, ladies?
What's up?
Hey, did I catch somebody drinking before I came over here?
Yeah.
What y'all drinking on?
Hey. Yeah. It's great already.
So look, do your boy a favor for me real quick. So we're gonna have y'all shift down. Skittle, you need to move a little bit down because y'all done did some. Shift the other way. Shift the other way. Everybody, because I can't see everybody in it. We want to get all the beautiful faces in for everybody. And y'all wave at everybody, right? So look, check this out. We're gonna let anybody ask you to touch that. Go sit down somewhere.
Lean back.
God.
Lean back.
All right, y'all already see we're gonna have a little.
Yes, my man.
Right, my damn headphones falling apart, y'all. But guess what? We're gonna make it happen. So look, check it. So let's start with you, Skittles, with the yellow ass canary pajama top you got on. Go ahead and let everybody know your name, your age, where you're from, where you're going, and where you at.
Cheers, everybody, and Taco Tuesday. Turn it. No. Okay, so
I'm Jessica. I go by Skittles the Nurse. Thank you, Mark, for having me back. I brought friends this time. So I go by Skittles the Nurse. I am a nurse educator, a nurse expansion network provider. I just, want to help the community, be a patient advocate, help the people that I serve, and definitely network and connect with beautiful, phenomenal people, and then some. So, thank you.
All right, go ahead. Next young lady, and give us Skittles. Skittles, how old are you, Skittles?
Okay. I am.
Ask. You can decline if you like. This is not a dictatorship. This is a democracy.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Go to the next person. Next person, please. Name, where you from, where you at, where you going.
Okay, hi, my name is Bria. I'm in my mid-20s. I do media management, marketing, event planning, and I'm going to see big things.
Going to see big things. So Bree's the baby. Bree's the baby of the group. All right, we're gonna call her Baby Bree tonight. Baby Bree, but she a grown ass woman. But she a grown ass woman though. Baby Bree in the house. Okay, so guess what? The next young lady.
Baby Bold Bree. What's up? I'm Madam Empress. Grew up as Nika.
Where you from?
Where am I from? I'm from Florida, Sunshine State. Became a Georgia peach about 25 years ago.
Okay.
Half my age.
Okay. All right. And so I'm gonna say she's a more mature, but what's a good word for it? She's a more seasoned young woman that can probably help these young ladies to give, some great information. So that's the den mother of the group. We're gonna call her Den Mama tonight. It's Den Mama. That's the Den Mama. Right. All right. Now, next lady, the next young lady in line over there.
Hello, everyone. I'm Peaches. I am a retired hairstylist turned skincare, hair care guru. I'm currently making my own beauty products for skin and hair care. Single mother of 3, and just loving life and thriving.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Run down to 30 seconds.
Yes.
Right. All right. So check it. All right. So who's single in the group? Raise your hand. All single ladies. All the single. Okay. Are y'all happily single or miserably happily single? So when I asked you why you raised your hand, like you was like not liking it. So okay, who's happily single? Raise your hand.
I am happily single. I'm
happily single. Okay. All right. And I take it, then mother, you're in a relationship?
I am.
Okay. How long you been in your relationship?
Ooh. Long time. How old am I?
Long time, a year more. Okay. All right. So Skittles, how long you been single?
Well, I got a second divorce from the same person, not by choice.
He hit you over the head, drug you down the aisle. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
And what happened?
More than 4 years, 5 years.
5 years. Okay. Yeah. What is your perspective on dating right now as a whole? Let's get to the dating part. How do you feel about dating right now?
I'm down with it.
Okay, what's your opinion on dating? Do you think what's your experiences?
It's been cool. A lot of people be capping, lying. They married and they really just want to have sex. So trying to get to the real person, if that is, if they put up their representative, then you kind of got to sit through that if that time allows it. Because,
So 1 to 10, your view on dating, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. What would you put it? 1 through 10?
On a spectrum, 5 to 7.
Excuse me?
5 to 7. It's a spectrum.
I gave you one number. 1 through 10.
I'll give you my disclaimer, okay? I got a few personalities.
Within the boundaries.
So, my bad.
So which personality gives you the 5? Which personality gives you the 7?
Number 2, and then number 8 is the 7. A little more lighthearted. A little like, hey, if it worked, it did. If it didn't, great.
Okay. All right. Baby Bree, what's going on, Baby Bree? How long you been single, Baby Bree?
I mean, you said I'm a baby, so you know, ain't had
Right, and that's okay, that's why I'm glad you're here. You been the grown ass baby because you grown now. Bree handle her business. Let me tell you something. Bree handles her business. Me and Bree we're gonna talk. So Bree, let me ask you a question. How do you view dating between 1 through 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst? How would you date? What number? Give me one number. With one personality. Go ahead.
I give
These headphones falling apart, y'all. Go ahead.
I'll give dating a 6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How can it be an 8? Let's move the scale up 3. How can it be an 8? What would you think? What would it take for it to be an 8?
I would say more effort, more
More
understanding.
effort. Okay. What is there a lack of? Okay.
Understanding and communication, they all go hand in hand.
Right. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I feel like effort wise, it's not too many. It's not too many guys, and I'm gonna speak on my. Like I said, I'm mid-20s.
These are personal. Okay. Hold on for a second.
Okay.
The views of the guests do not reflect the views of Date Night Slumber Party. And also, these are personal perspectives. None of these young ladies are coaches, gurus, or nothing. This platform is based upon personal experiences. So go ahead, Bree. We have put our disclaimer out to anybody else that want to say something. Hey, say it to your mama. Go ahead.
No, for real. Ain't no girl, I promise you, not at all. Yeah, I feel like effort wise and my like age range, they just don't do it. Like they not putting in effort no more. Everything is like a quick transaction. Like it's just straight to the point, or you know, like no effort at all. But then that comes with understanding. Like I feel like they feel like, or guys feel like most women just want it, just trying to get straight to your pockets and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you still have to put in work. Like no, or you know, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm just saying, like, ain't nobody asking you to go out here and buy me a boat on the first date, but you do got to put in effort. And I feel like that's where the communication be lacking. Then they just, you know, like everything, it all goes hand in hand. Effort, understanding, communication.
Communication. Okay. All right. When was your last relationship?
We still on baby Bree.
Yeah, I need to ask you that, Bree. I'm going so with all this. Yeah, come on, baby Bree. Hey, tonight is the night. Tonight is night. Come on.
But
Man, what are we doing? Okay. Okay.
early 20s, late teens, like that. So
Okay. One more question for you, babe. I'm just curious, right? Because this I don't have too many young ladies that are of your age range, which is great. I'm glad you came on. Like, what is your age range as far as dating? You being 27, what's the oldest that you would date? Have you thought about that?
Hold on 1 second. First of all, I did say mid-20s. I'm not 27 just yet. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So what age range would you date at being 20?
Yeah, age range.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The guys right now, age range. So I feel like I would have to go like older. So
older. Let's go.
like more seasoned. I ain't gonna say it like that. I feel like I need more seasoned.
Okay,
Yeah.
how old does the seasoning have to be?
So I'm thinking between like.
They got quiet as hell. I'm gonna come back to you. Think on that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, so Peaches. So Peaches, how long you been single?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, question 1 through 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. How would you look your overlook on dating?
I say a 2, only because I don't go out and be social.
Okay.
Um, I didn't really care about meeting anybody new. But when I did,
Okay. So let me ask you a question on the meeting part. Is it because you don't want to meet anyone? You're not meeting anyone? Like, where are you as far as the meeting process? Because you can't date unless you meet somebody. So what are you doing?
just recently I started going outside. And that's like
Uh-huh.
socially been like years.
Uh-huh.
So I guess I just need to get out and be more social.
Be more sociable. Okay. Now here's the thing. So I'm gonna say this right quick. I'm just gonna say this and be honest because I can't do nothing but be honest. One of the things about dating and stuff like that, you have to plan if you want to date. Let's start there. Figure out if that's something you want to do, right? How you want to date. Do you want to be serious or do you want to be not serious? So then what's the plan? What's the game plan? So who's in the mindset of eating dating? Raise your hand.
What serious mean?
Serious dating. What is who's in the mindset of dating right now? Hold your hand up, please. All right. Skip. Okay, you don't even know. Skip. You don't know.
Business right now, so it's like I mean I don't need no distractions, and dating is a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, so what your answer is no, then, right? You don't want to date seriously, right?
When you get serious though, like I will go on a date if it's planned accordingly, right? But serious dating, that's why it's what you mean.
Okay, who understands that question I just asked about dating seriously? Who understands that?
I understand what you mean. You mean
Okay, explain to her what that is.
To me, because somebody else said what serious mean. I want
an ongoing, casual until it becomes serious type of relationship.
Like marriage serious?
I mean, if it becomes there, but no, he's just saying serious as far as it can be some exclusive, as far as if you all have sat down and said, okay, this is what we decide to do. We're only going to see each other, or hey, I see other people, but I still want to see you.
Having sex serious?
Sex serious, right? Yeah. So is that? Am I on the right track, Mark?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Serious mean okay. So who's serious about life? Who's serious about life? Raise your hand.
Absolutely.
Right. So with being serious about life, what happens? You come up with a game plan to make sure you have a successful life. Correct.
Yeah.
So when I ask if you're dating seriously, then that will also be perceived anything that you feel like you want to do in order to achieve a goal. So when I asked that, the reason why I asked that question is because first you have to determine if that's something you even want to do. For those who don't understand it and don't know what that looks like, hey, just take time out and come look within and figure out if that's something that you're ready to do. Secondly, if that's something you want to do, the game plan, right? So those who raised their hand and basically said, yes, I'm dating serious. Now we have to work on the game plan, right? Because here's the thing, we all know we attract who and what we are, and typically that starts from the mind, right? If you don't know where you at, confused, you don't know what you want to do, guess what? You're not gonna be successful in it, and there's no way you can get serious about it, if that makes sense.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so dear mother, so you okay? Real quick, who's been the friends the longest out of the group? Who's been the friends the longest?
Who's been friends?
What two set have been the longest out of the group?
You and Bria.
And then us two. But I'm saying y'all two do each other longer than we all had known each other.
So total, how long would you say? Total, how long would you say?
Mutual friendship,
right?
We share a mutual friendship with someone. How long you know him?
Yeah, for about 25 years.
And I've known him like 13 years. And then he actually introduced me to all these young ladies.
Mm-hmm. How long ago? How long ago was that?
Yeah.
We met about
about 4 months ago.
4 months ago. So you guys have been a total, let's say roughly an average of 4 months. You ladies been knowing each other. All right.
But just
average.
All day we are doing business together. We are making moves. So it's like
okay, you spend significant amounts of time together.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So so what type of advice, Dima? Let me ask you a question. Now, obviously, those who want to date seriously, I'm sure you guys have conversations about that. So I'm gonna start with Peaches. What has there been any type of advice concerning relationships or dating that dear mother, aka Nika, have shared with you that has been a powerful tool for you to get on that path of seriously dating? Do you remember one thing she's ever told you?
Not as much, but just the authenticity of who you are.
Okay.
She told me that, so you can no longer accept only authenticity from a person. So.
Okay. Okay. So, Bree, what's the most powerful advice you guys talk relationships, dating, or whatever? What's the most thing that sticks out that information that she's ever given you to think? You say, you know what? I never thought about it that way. Do you remember what that was?
Not really dating. No, like I said, we do hang out. We do hang out a significant amount of time, but it is a lot of business. You know me, I'm a business person, so
Right. Right.
Really advice, but more so like I can say observing wise, yes. Like now I have observed her and how she carries herself within her relationship, and really just being herself. Like she knows exactly what she wants, her goals. She's supportive still of her family supportive of her. Just that type of thing. So I will say I've gotten that advice.
Okay.
Observations.
Right. But I see the reason why I asked because you know the fun stuff is it's fun. We all have fun. We all like to kind of like share business ideas, etc. But this is a good time for just my opinion. I'll say this is a good time for women to really try to get together, try to really get to know all sides, right? Because no matter how much business you do with a person, what happens is there may be other areas in their life that may be lacking that may prevent the business to be successful. Let's be honest. Like when you're in the dating pool, when you're not in the dating pool, when you think men ain't shit or women ain't shit, if you date women, I don't know, but there needs to be some type of support system. I would think, right? Right. So my question to you is that I would just say, especially in the beginning of a friendship, because I've talked to so many different women, they've been friends for so long, and I try to see how real do you ladies keep it with each other. And this is the beginning of a good relationship, but I'll definitely say support when it comes to dating men, etc. is so important because if not, all the other stuff is not going to lie. A lot of people can remain happy. So, dear mother, you say you're in a relationship. How often do you and your significant other date?
Not often. Not often. Because I was going to piggyback on what you asked them, but it's not often because we are all, I think we have come together because we are on the same mission. So, and that looks, I'm an observer. And I'll stay quiet as long as, and I'll subtly give advice. But when I look at these women, like if I look at Peaches, and she knows what she wants. She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants in a man. She knows how she wants it. She knows you can't come incorrect. Literally, she clicked one like, boy, bye. Like, literally, like,
she a Clipper. She played for the Clippers. She played for the Clippers.
No number. So she didn't know the number. So when she answered, she all, boy, bye. So, you know what I'm saying? So there's not much, I can give her. I know that she's going to stand firm. She's going to be bold. She's going to know what she wants. And when that man comes, he's going to sweep her off her feet. This one, she's very focused. She's bold about her business. She's young. So I'm like, oh, you have time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't say anything to her about a relationship because I know she has a very genuine heart. She's real. I mean, like I said, straight to her business. So right now, she's about her business. And if somebody comes in, they're going to have to be about their business and then take care of her with her business.
Okay. So I'm interested to see what you're going to say about Skittles. Go ahead.
Ooh, me and Skittles are a lot alike. Very free-spirited. Skittles is taste the rainbow, baby.
Yeah. Give you
exactly. It's what what character? Who we
The
giving
flavor,
you?
the
Right. Which
character.
I got 5. How many you have?
13.
13. She had way more than me. So
13.
sometimes I have to catch up with her. So I haven't figured all of them out yet. But the ones that I do know, she's very straightforward. She's fun. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to fit her fun. You're gonna have to match her fun when you come to her.
If there's one piece of advice that you would give skills about date or mindset on dating, what would you tell her about her mindset? Now you the den mother. Now by now we have used certain practices.
About her, right? I was gonna say about her mindset.
Yeah, her mindset on dating. Like, is there anything? Because here's the thing. Remember, here's what I just did. I went around. I asked about who's happily single, who's also is she serious about dating? And then, so it looks like she don't know where exactly that she may lay right now when it comes to dating, or where is she with dating? Y'all talk.
She's with dating is where she is with the rest of her life.
What's that?
Spontaneous. Exactly. She said it's very spontaneous. It's right now. She's not. I don't believe she's looking for a serious relationship. I believe she is. She's having fun. She's finding exactly where her business niche is, who she is in the business niche in the world. She knows who she is as a person, but she's trying to figure out her niche, in this world. And she has a lot of colors, so she, we just gotta give that space. Exactly, and enjoy her beauty.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
They get me. They understand.
Okay, so check this out. I'm gonna ask each one of y'all this right here. What would be? I have a good one. This is what are some of the positive things? And okay, we're gonna go male, female, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some of the positive things that men bring, and what are some of the negative things that men bring to dating? So let's start with Nika. In your opinion, from your view,
positive things that men bring to dating,
right?
Is, and it depends on the age. So that's a difference. So depending on the age, there's spontaneity. They're wanting to do something that they've never done. Yeah. Like I said, especially depending on the age. So I think that is a positive. They're willing to do things that they've never done before. Explore the world in a different way. I think they're coming more sincere because they know how women are now. They're not taking any just, here, let me take you here, let me take you to, we won't say the fast food restaurants, just wherever. They can't just come take you anywhere. They can't just do anything. So they're coming more sincere. And that, I think, goes for younger or older. The negative, they still want to treat women like their mama. Like they
What you mean by men want to treat women like their mama? How so?
Elaborate. Please elaborate.
Yeah. Elaborate on that. What do you mean?
Mama was always there. Every time you call, mama come running. Mama. That, we are now not just equal, but they still want to treat you like.
I'm very interested to hear this one. The skills. What do men bring? Let's start with negative first. We're gonna end on a positive note. So give me something that negative. In your opinion, when it comes to dating, what are some of the things that men that you feel are bringing negatively to the dating pool?
I think right now a lot of people just don't have respect for one another, like the human sanctity of a human, right? Like the dignity of it, because they'll just talk to you any old kind of way. And even in the news where women, told a guy, no, I'm cool. Didn't they kill him or beat him up? Stuff like that. So I think the negative part of dating right now is just a lack of respect for humankind. Then a lack of respect for women. I've heard too many men think like women got to be their servant, or they'll come with like, it's owed to them. Oh, I talked to you, so you owe me a response. Or they're just not nice when they approach.
Mm. Let me ask you something. Do you think those behaviors, especially some of the behaviors, do you think that they are just innately men, or do you think that they're taught to be that way, in your opinion?
I think it's a combination of everything. Observing, being raised in a household that wasn't conducive to love, dating, or family ship. I think it's society. I think it's the TV, the social media portraying things, especially the whole facade of the fake life. Like, everybody's ballers when they really not. And they trying to keep up with the Joneses. Plus, I think it's a combo of things. I think a lot of men have been hurt and they don't really know how to express themselves. I mean, women too, on both spectrums. I believe that it's a lot of hurt going on, and a lot of people just don't even know how to communicate to express it because of fear of, oh, somebody's going to think of me this way. Oh, do you think I'm weak? And then the guy got to get the ego a little higher, and that leads to so many other things. So that's one, And
So do you think that women, any of those things, what part, or if you think, do women play into allowing that type of behavior, in your opinion?
I mean, I think they'll play with who they can play with. Either you play and you get cut off, or you play and you keep going.
Okay, what is that? So so what part do women play? I'm trying to understand that.
What you mean?
The women, what's the woman's part in that?
So for me, if I meet a guy and he's like, oh, let's go out on a date. Okay, great. Plan something. If he don't plan it, okay, what happened? I'll give a person a chance. But first time I'm who's the fool, and the second time who the fool. So yeah, I don't have time like that, first of all. So I think if I give some time to a person, and like we set a time, not just one time, this is all I got, but like, oh, this week, that week, it didn't work out, right? And then it don't come with I can't make it tonight, or let's switch up the plans, or just consideration, then bye.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this, Peaches. So okay, so she gave some negative attributes for men, correct? You heard them, right? So what part in those negative attributes does women play in that stuff that was negative? What part do women play?
I mean, it's just certain relationships take a certain level of maturity, and it's just depending on the person. So it's like everybody has to play their part. Either you're in it to be in love and build something, or you're in it to use the person. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bree, let me ask you this question. The negative attributes that men bring to the table in dating, what do you feel? What part do women play in attributing to that behavior? How about if I say it that way?
Like by allowing it. I mean, it is what
Thank
it is.
you. Thank you.
People only gonna do what you allow them to do. And we was just talking about this earlier. We dead for real just had a conversation. I dead for real told Skittles. I said, when women stick together and stop allowing the same mistake continuously, men cut the guy off. Like, it is what it is. My thing is, you can't. I understand it. This is the thing. If you continue to allow the same mistake over and over, it's insanity, right? If I say the same thing over and over and expect a different outcome, oh, he's changed, oh, he's done this, you're allowing the same thing. You cannot act crazy, shocked when you do it again, because he's already done it one time. So you should expect it over and over. But why should I expect this? Why should I stay? I'm not them. I'm a cut them off type of girl. Like,
you are
not allowed. I don't do that. And that's but everybody got to have that same mentality. Because if everybody don't have that same mentality, he's gonna be able to go to you. And once he messes up, he see you take him back. Don't stay. He
Yeah. As the only male in this room, I will definitely say half of the things that I have got away with has been attributed to someone making it easy for me. It's that simple.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you feel women contribute to this dating dilemma?
It's allowing the bad behavior. That's where everything starts. It's rooted in bad behavior. That's what a root is. I can throw out other things, but the root of it, because I like that's what it would be. Go ahead, Peaches. Go ahead. I saw you had your hand up.
That's self accountability because
Right.
as a woman, I've allowed some of the BS to go on. And then you have to turn around and look at yourself like Michael Jackson. I'm all the time.
Man in the mirror.
You gotta look at yourself and be like, yo, you messed up. You
All right.
Yeah.
So it's like self accountability.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta
Right.
gotta go to the water.
You
Don't
know,
come to training.
you gotta forgive yourself in those things, so you have to be mature enough to take accountability for your actions or for what you allowed or for what type of disrespect you allowed or what you know, just forgive yourself all together. Yeah.
Right. Right. So
Let it happen again, yes.
Red flags.
So, Skittle, give me a positive attributes that men are bringing to the dating space. So we can get back on that. What's positive?
Oh, show me a good time. Like, okay, say if we plan a lunch date, and if the lunch date is good, what's next? Like ice cream.
Right.
You remember that show on MTV? Okay, because I'm a little older, where they did 3 dates. It was like they went to the wine bar and then they had dinner, and then they did like a fun activity. And the people
so you like, I call those marathon dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like marathon dates. Right.
Like
yeah.
8-hour love affair. That's all. 48
Yeah.
hours.
It has spontaneousness. Just in y'all opinion, just curious as far as the outlook of it. Do you think are men still spontaneous? I hear a lot of women say, and I don't know, I'm just asking. I hear a lot of women say that men aren't as spontaneous. They don't want them to come to the house and cook or eat or something. I don't know. Are they still spontaneous?
Why you gotta go to the house? I'm like, it's outside.
Say it then, mother.
It depends on the age.
What do you mean? Explain on that. What do you mean?
Because it depends on the age of how you the maturity level.
Yeah.
You know
Maturity level.
Are very spontaneous.
Because it's some immature old ass folks out here now. We know, right?
Say,
Right.
50-year-olds still immature. Like
Men and women. So yeah. Men and women. I like balance on here. We ain't gonna sway the other way because everybody's bringing some BS to the table. I'm gonna definitely know that. So Peaches, give me a positive attribute about dating, in your opinion, as far as what do you see? What's positive about the men of today?
The positive thing is that you would hope both people are being authentic to get to honestly know each other. And even if you want to build a new relationship, whether it be platonic or a relationship or, you know, a love affair or a business partnership, you still want authenticity and you still want honesty and loyalty and in a certain aspect. Like you really want honesty, because if, say for instance,
But do you really want honesty though? Do you really want honesty? I'm just asking.
I prefer honesty.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Lies be making me
Now,
tweet. Like, I can't
so my
say
question is, I got a question. So why did you say it like that? Do you really want honesty?
I just threw that in there because there are some things that, okay, just from a man's side, there are some things that I'm not talking about. You know, people think about lies, they think about one thing. Oh, he over there sleeping with so and so, whatever, right? But there's the other side too of the lies, right? The lies of that, as they say, we call them little white lies. Like, for example, does this dress look good on me, baby? That's one, right? Because lies are lie, regardless of what category. I know y'all think in one area, right? But we're gonna expand. We're gonna expand the theory. We're gonna jar y'all off of the bad stuff for a second and say the lie, as far as we're afraid in some of the things that we will say they will may hurt your feelings, so we lie about it. Like this dress, does this dress look good, baby? And then we kind of be like, you know, like, or because we're afraid of the backlash, right? So there are some, like, now, as far as, yes, you guys want transparency and honesty as far as what are we doing? Y'all want that. You want the truth on that. But I asked about the lie part is that, and I was just blanketed with the full truth of everything, really, to be honest with you. I was just playing devil's advocate in that sense. But sometimes we feel that the truth will also hurt us. in some cases.
Who's it going to hurt?
Us in some cases. Like the dress being the example. If I tell her that the dress looks busted and disgusted, then she's gonna get mad at me and I'm be on the couch. That's what I'm talking about, stuff like that.
That's in your relationship that shouldn't be.
Exactly.
You gotta
Excuse
be enough to.
Yeah.
Well, and I think if you say busted and disgusted, it
yeah.
ain't gonna go over very well. So if you say, you know what I'm saying, like
We
maybe
can make it
not,
softer.
you know what I'm saying, not for that or not for this event. Why don't you wear that black or whatever for where we going? That is a different.
So what would you? So for all the gentlemen out there, each one of y'all, from left to right, however y'all want to start, in those cases, teach us some softer approaches, starting with Peaches. And this dress, how does this look, baby? And we should say what? Peaches, give us some tips.
Talk about it. Just give your authenticity.
Okay.
Like, what's with people that don't want to be real today? Just
okay. So give us one. Give us one of the. Okay. How can we say you need to take that off without being in a softer manner?
I don't like it. Can you take it off?
Oh, can you? Oh, shit! That's a recipe for get my ass kicked.
Well, you know
That's
what?
not true.
You know what?
That's how we feel.
Because it's not a thing. If it's something that you don't like, maybe it's too short or you just don't like it. That's a difference. Go ahead.
Yes, and I agree. It depends on too how long you've been with the person,
Right.
how you approach that person. Because if you know that you go out a lot and you like to see her in certain things, you're going to suggest certain things. So you're going to say, "Hey," or wait.
So give me a way to suggest that to you. Give me one. Give me a line.
Buy it.
Oh, that's
it. You gonna wear this tonight?
Okay. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking. Give us some jewels, man.
So my beloved who passed away in recipe, he'll be like, "Oh, baby, I don't think you should wear that dress because you know you want to drive it like a slow, so it ain't really gonna work with that if we're going out, right?" But he knew that we had the relationship where he could talk. You know, we was playful. I'd be like, "Oh, babe, I don't think you should wear them pants. They too tight and showing too much." Right? And then
a horse, the horse hoof be showing. Go ahead.
Or like, babe, we get ready to go meet family. That ain't the type of outfit to wear for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe sometimes I got my feelings a little hurt because I was a little like, dang, I really wanted to wear this fit. But then at the same time, it was like, oh yeah, when we got there, like, dang, babe was looking out. So,
right.
Yeah. Or somebody else that I don't know. Yeah, you.
So I like. See, here's the thing. Okay, so it's two sides of it, right? So here's my purpose in asking that question. It's two sides of that, right? Okay, so we have to, we all know that saying. We have to teach each other how to treat each other, right? Because we don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to teach somebody how to treat you. Each relationship, you got to reconfigure what you thought because that ain't that person, right? So let's just look at that. So when I asked that question, I was really more so looking for a way that, like, let's start holding people accountable by actually breaking down, because we can easily say, what we should do, but what does that look like? What do women really want to hear? You see what I'm saying? Or how do we need to say it? What's a softer approach? You know what I mean? Well, so Bree, real quick. Bree, give me a state. How would you like a man to relay a message that this dress?
Well, first of all, being authentic is if you see her putting on a dress that you know you don't like, or if she gonna ask you, then don't wait for her to ask you.
Okay, so how would a man give me just like the Skittles just gave me a great statement? Give me another way for a man to say that to you directly.
Babe, can you put on that dress or the other dress? Or babe, can you or sweetie, I really don't want you to wear that one. I don't like the way that one really looks on you. It's not as fitting as I want it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to look fitting. You know what I'm saying? I want the next man, whatever. However you say it to me, just look like, oh.
All right. Because the biggest. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Needs to come off as a positive thought. You need to reroute that negative thought and make it positive. Basically, that's all it is.
Yes.
You say you said it's sweetheart and all that stuff.
Thank you.
If you don't like the way it's fitting, if you don't like the way it's fitting, then you're gonna be like, I might want to see a little bit more. So I think you should do this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't gotta know why you don't like the fit on it. You just need to redirect it. So it should be negative. But then the thing too is,
can y'all see that comment right there? Delivery. Y'all see that?
Delivery.
Yes, it should deliver.
That's why I said put a little sugar on it.
But you should know your person. You have to know your person. Like this.
Yeah.
So you can all the time. We're not gonna tell you how it is.
Hey, look. So check this out, y'all. Check this out. I got one right here. I would like a man to say, "Babe, I know you want to wear this, but you have another dress I really like on you." Yeah, that's a great. Okay, listen, y'all. I hear y'all keep saying put a little sugar on it. Give me the damn sugar. God damn it.
Kiss me and say,
God damn, y'all keep talking about we need the sugar. What's the sugar?
Hey, that's the sugar.
Okay, got it. Thank you. It took us a bit.
With sugar than you
All right. Hey, but okay. So,
that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. You gotta know your person. I gotta give you the game. I gotta give you a blueprint. You gotta
no. You don't. Right. You do have to know your person, but still, we want to know what's universal is that y'all want the truth. That's universal, right? Right. That's not an individual thing, right? Yeah, that's for all women, right? Okay, so right. So if my only thing is that yes, you do have to know your person, but we still for each person, the one thing is the delivery, just like the young lady in the chat said, it's really the delivery in the little sweet intricate parts. We're just saying give us those words, load us up with those words, right? See, here's the thing, accountability is so huge, right? We cannot hold anybody accountable for things that we think you should know, right? That's the biggest thing.
When y'all want something else.
Excuse me?
Y'all know the words to say when y'all want something else. Y'all know how to put sugar on that. If you want me to change my attire, that's so minimal about that, right? It's minimal.
That's on you made
it's not difficult at all.
So then you had to reword it for them.
Exactly.
You can sugar talk everything else when you want something. Or you want me to tell you how to tell me
that you don't like what I wear.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to teach sometimes. Like, say for instance, right? I'll just say this, like that speaks on so many other spectrums as far as understanding how to deliver a message. One of the things y'all don't understand is that one of the biggest things that the dating is the way it is because the message isn't being delivered properly, right? Because if you go out, guess what happens? If 10 men approach you, guess what? 9 of them gonna deliver the wrong thing. So let's not act like that's common sense because it's not common. I'm just saying this is the reality, right? Honestly, right? So I would probably say that it sounds minimal or whatever. It sounds minimal, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's called not leaving it out in anything you do. All right, so check it. I got this game for y'all. Hold on for 1 second.
Game. I like.
Yeah, I got this game for y'all because y'all, I'm mortified, but it's okay.
She said he's mortified.
I'm mortified. All right, so check it out. I'm gonna start with let me start with the young lad. Let's start with the young lad. I got a question for you. I got a card game here I like to play, and I got some questions on here. Bree, what makes you insecure and what do you do to cope with it? What makes you insecure, Bree? Okay. Anybody else want to answer that question?
This is real live, live.
Right. Okay. So check it out. It's live, y'all. But guess what? Life is live. Let's be honest. Listen. There are certain things about yourself you should automatically know. Your likes and your dislikes. Will you agree? Right. I'm just saying, even though it's like someone asked me that, one of the things I'm insecure with, y'all, honestly, and I can tell you. One of the things I am definitely insecure as a man is that y'all might think I'm lying on this one, but I am not physically, right? Physically. I'm insecure about my physical, right? How sometimes I'm insecure. How do I cope with it? I cope with it because I notice at the age of 50, there are a lot of men that aren't in probably the same shape I am in. So in order for me to cope with that insecurity, I have to realize that I'm doing probably better physically than a lot of men my age. That's how I cope with my insecurity.
Absolutely.
See what I'm talking about? Know yourself. Know yourself. So Bree, not Bree. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to the next question. I'm gonna go to the next question. This is unbelievable. Okay, Skittles. What's your greatest weakness, and what are you currently doing to improve it?
My greatest weakness is procrastination, because I'll start with a list, and then it will become overwhelming, and then I'll get paralyzed, and then I'll go to the things that help me cope. It's several things, because depending on who's in charge, I'm just saying. So I'll try those things, think about my baby nephew. Oh my gosh, Rain and his baby hair, how it smells. That make me happy. Maybe go hug a tree. If that don't work, then it's, on to the next. But one thing I have done to help with the procrastination is hire a project manager who keeps me accountable. Thank you, Bree. I love you.
Sure, exactly.
Hey, look, somebody. Hey, look, I'm gonna expand on this comment right here, and I don't know who it's this for, and I got an idea, but I like Joy to explain. She said, "This is not a rehearsal. This is not a rehearsal. That's just some information somebody want to pass down to y'all in the chat."
Like that, yes.
Okay.
All right,
Get to take
go
it.
ahead. Hey, Joy, drop that down in the comment about what you mean on that. Expand on that particular thought. I'm interested to know. So let's move to the next question. She put that out there. Check out. We got people on the chat. They're really listening. Right. Okay. This is a good one. Bree, not Bree, but Nika, how do you tend to your mental health? Nika.
Oh, me.
Yeah. How do you tend to it? What do you do?
I pray. I have
Okay.
a powerful prayer.
Mm-hmm.
When I have the means, I'll go shoot a gun at the gun range. I thoroughly enjoy that. My absolute favorite is going fishing, which I always usually keep a fishing rod and a tackle box in my car. So at any lake in Georgia, any river, any ocean, I'm there. So I usually do that. I'm Madam Empress, so I push the plant over the pill. So anything indulging in the plant life to make me feel better, heal better, and live better, I do that also. Hope in Him.
Okay. All right. So that's a great one. I hear a lot of women are actually taking up arms. Who shoots guns out of the group? If I can move out of the way. When last time you shot a gun? When last time you shot a gun?
All the time. We don't have to work, man. This madam does not have to keep it on her.
One of us or two of us is practicing. We together. And we know one got one.
She got that purse.
Right. All right, so I got another. Okay, so let's go, Peaches. What is your ultimate relationship deal breaker? Give me one. What's the but outside of line? Outside of line.
Outside of lying.
What's another one?
Just fake. Oh, that's still lying.
Just lying.
Yeah, not being. I think it's still lying.
Oh man, it's deal breakers, man. I think lying is universal.
Lying is it has to be, because that it changes the whole trajectory of the whole relationship.
Yeah.
Right. So there should be other things. What I mean by it is universal, meaning that no one wants. Most people, some people want to be lied to, but most people don't most people don't want to be lied to, so that's universal. So what is it? So when I ask this identifying deal breakers, let me ask each one of y'all, what's your ultimate deal breaker outside of lying, Nika, being in a relationship? What's another deal breaker?
Ooh, I've had a lot of them, but they didn't break the deal. So.
They didn't break the deal.
That's a good answer.
That's good. Finding out that you are.
Somebody said dirty shoes. Somebody said dirty shoes in the comment section, y'all. Dirty shoes is the ultimate deal breaker. Tells a lot about it. Let's get to Cammy.
I was going to say, when you talk about little things, it's not even little. Like your fingernails need to be clean. You know, like you just finished working, and just things like that. Those are deal breakers, because that means if you don't keep yourself cleanliness is next to godliness. If you don't keep yourself clean, I'm not.
Okay, Bree, what's your ultimate deal breaker?
Hygiene.
What'd she say?
Hygiene.
Hygiene. Okay, hygiene. That's it. Just hygiene.
Nice smile. Yeah. Nice smile. Your teeth smell good.
Y'all love teeth. Women love the teeth thing. The teeth game, you gotta make sure the teeth game is in point, right?
Hey.
Hey. Natasha Pope, I'm glad you put this one on. See, that's why I be saying, here's y'all. Let's check these out. Most of these people that's in this group, they pretty much been loyal followers, and this is a great way for people to identify their ultimate deal breakers. Poor relationship with family. That's a great one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, when I ask y'all that honesty and dirty nails, we talking about some real shit. Poor relationship with family. So give me one.
Abusive.
Huh?
And I think that's necessarily always a deal breaker for family. I mean, if it is for a lot of people who grew up with family and close with family, but you got to understand there's a lot of people who have had broken families and they don't know. So that's not, necessarily.
But that's her. But that was hers.
I'm saying that's on the list, but I'm just saying like the top of the list. You were saying the important one.
No. This is her particular one. That may not be on her. That may be her. That's her top on her list. Yours may be something else, right? So I asked each individual person, what is their ultimate deal breaker? Their particular one. She said for her is that. So when I said this real, meaning that, and I'm going somewhere with this, but I need to ask Skittles, what is your ultimate deal breaker? I'm going somewhere with it, and I will go through it next. I'll explain. Go ahead, Skittles.
Abusive, physically abusive, like mentally too. And if you don't have a way out,
okay,
that is an ultimate deal breaker.
Okay.
Some level of cheating, but I think when we meet, we're gonna talk about cheating and what I consider cheating, so you'll understand what cheating is, like meeting somebody, liking somebody's page, to me that's not cheating, but a lot of people feel like that's cheating. Different generations of people like, oh my gosh, you like their page. Like, what? You can't like nobody's page? Okay. So with that being said, to me that's not cheating. Meeting somebody, especially if it's about business, the opposite sex, for example, because I've found a lot of guys, they are really uncomfortable with women having opposite sex partners. If it's not like physically in a building that you work in, then it seems like you can't even be friends with them. Like, what? Are you gonna tell me about this person? It's World War III. Like, I damn. I mean, shit, it just happened. Like, I ain't even had time, but that's the insecurity, red flag. So when you get to date.
So I'll say my ultimate deal breaker. And I say this often. Deal breakers are the basic ones, the things that we don't like. Dirt, all those things. Yeah, no one wants to be around a dirty person. No one wants to be around an honest person, etc. So when I say let's just go one more layer below that, right? So the next layer below that would be things that contradict your core beliefs. Should be a deal breaker. core beliefs, meaning that who you are as a person. So, for instance, Skittles, right? Skittles has a high energy person, right? One of the deal breakers that I would probably say with someone that doesn't probably not even matches her energy, but has no energy at all to want to do the things she wants to do. Skittles like to move around, and I'm sure at some point that will be a deal breaker for her. Right? It'll you know because you know how it is, y'all. We start one way, and then what happens? We lose it, right? Right, it happens, right? We tap dance, and then when we tap dance, then once we finish dancing, we think you got to pay attention to the show. Then we revert to the whole thing about the representative, right? The representative is going to tap, so you have to be able to identify that, right? But the only way you're going to be able to identify what are some of the core things. So for me, I would probably say someone who a deal breaker for me would be like someone that who is stagnant in their life, right? Don't want to grow, don't want to do more than what they're doing, right? That's a deal breaker for me. You see what I'm saying? That's mine. But my point is, it's an eternal thing that goes against my own personal beliefs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. And the reason why I'm saying this is not about. Look, I'm gonna say that this is my disclaimer to everybody out here, even you ladies. This is not about right or wrong. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just really earlier, like I said, I'm just trying to get an understanding, and one of the biggest understandings is trying to understand, where I am constantly, where I'm at, right? What makes Mark tick? What doesn't make Mark tick? Right? Line does we automatically that's out, but what makes Mark feels that Mark don't want to move to the next stage? Understanding what are my deal breakers. One of my deal breakers is women that procrastinate. Right. One of my other deal breakers are what? Women that don't allow me to be me. Because there are a group of women that like to fix guys up. Let me be me, right? Let me be funny. Let me be whatever it is. Let me be me. Right. So when I talk about court, so when I say deal breakers, let's go even deeper than that. Let's look at personality traits and things that may contradict us as far as who you are. What I mean by deal breaks. Give me a second. All right. Let's move. I got one more question. From 1 to 10, how would you take your sexual prowess and why? How would you rate your I don't have my readers. How would you rate your sexual prowess and why? Each lady, 1 through 10, 10 being the best. How would you rate your sexual prowess and why? Let's start with prowess, like your sexual drive. Like, how would you rate it? 1 through 10. And what?
That shit off the Richter scale.
Hey, so is it true the older y'all get, the drive goes up?
Yeah.
That you always get what?
The drive goes up the older.
Does the drive go up the older you get?
I think it's a combo thing because you get more comfortable with yourself.
Why is that?
I'm gonna be popping pussy till I die.
Okay, so yeah. So Joy, I'm glad Joy did because I was looking it up. Prowess, skill. How would you rate your sexual skill and why?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Everybody always act like they can fuck.
10 out of 10.
Why is it a 10? Why is it a 10?
Because it just is.
Oh.
10 out of 10.
Skills, what's yours? Skills, what's yours?
Nurturers and pleasers.
Nurturers and pleasers. We're going to nurture you.
Hey, I feel kind of funny about asking Bree that right there. For some reason, I don't want to stain Bree. I don't want to stain her. Okay. And I definitely don't want to get too personal with that one. That was funny right here. Like, you know what? Some of these questions are good questions. Are good questions to ask. Okay. So this is gonna get somewhat Skittles. Your last relationship, right? What was the main reason that that relationship didn't work? in your opinion? Huh?
He passed away.
Okay. What about the one who's living? I'm sorry. What about the last one? I'm sorry. That's not funny, but that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, he transitioned to be with
Okay. So that's why it didn't work. Okay, Peaches, why your last reason? Okay, what was the main reason why your relationship didn't work? The last one. What was the reason you think?
Is that on me? Who?
the.
Peaches.
What was the reason the last relationship didn't work? Because he wanted me to be stupid. He lied, and I knew the truth that I seen with my own eyes, and he still lied.
He's still lying.
And he still
He said what now? Okay. So look, I'm glad you said that.
He wanted me to be stupid.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. And everybody got a story. So the last person, the next person is gonna already have their story together. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds. I'm gonna ask you this question. What was the craziest thing that a man told you and you knew that shit was a lie? You was like, nigga, why did you tell me that? And I know it wasn't. Who has a story on that? Who's going first? Because everybody got a story.
Okay. Maybe Bree got a story.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Who got the story? Or is it me?
Go ahead.
Okay, what was the question again?
Okay. What was the craziest story or lie a man told you? You know his ass was lying, but you let him go ahead and just tell the lie in a way. Like, nigga, did you expect me to believe that? Give me one.
So, I had an inkling that my husband at the time was cheating. So I prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, show me if he's cheating. And the Lord showed me. So when I went to the man and I showed him all the evidence, he said, my wife, I don't cheat on you.
Just like that.
My wife, I don't cheat on you. I said, so where do these text messages come from? And this lady I talked to, it's all a lie? Yes, my wife. I love you. I don't cheat on you.
Right.
Or he was sticking to it.
That was his story, and he was sticking to it. So.
Those words you need to use.
And look, it's so nigga. We're not talking. We talking about the last person you found. We gonna whoever you got now, but only the craziest lie you ever told at any point. This disclaimer: she is not talking about her current situation. So tell me. So tell me in your lifetime, what's the craziest lie you've ever heard, and you be like, nigga. And I'm gonna share with y'all the most craziest lie I told when y'all finish. Y'all gonna type this out of You damn right. When I was wild.
Seriously.
I haven't. I don't. If you
You ain't never caught nobody. Is that what you said?
Lied. I already know the truth, so I usually don't ask questions, or I don't. I usually already know.
So are you the type that asks the question already know the answer?
Yep.
And so then when he tell you lie, what you do then?
No, but I tell you, don't even tell me.
Yeah, that's me.
Skills, what's the craziest lie a man ever told you and you was like, bruh, really? You think I'm that dumb?
Yeah.
Give me one.
It was like, so the cheating, I had proof, denied, got more proof, denied, and then eventually we had the person show forth. It was like a denial, and come on out this closet, ma'am.
Somebody was in the closet for real?
Well, yeah, we arranged it that we would actually all meet in one room.
What? Yeah. So you lay it out. I'm trying to.
Okay. So it went on for a few. Okay, so it was kind of like a long distance relationship, right? Not long, like maybe a 2-hour distance, right? Mm-hmm. So it was kind of talking back and forth, hang out, go on trips, da da da. Then one time someone called me And it was like, oh wow, I didn't know. Okay. Then it was a whole denial. So then when I went back to that city, I got proof, right? And then it was like, when I'm back home, denial. So like, okay, next time I go, we're gonna make sure we have a meet and greet. And
that's kind of a meet and greet.
Yeah, a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Get a car out of it.
Okay. Cheers.
So yeah, you know. Yeah.
Right,
but,
right.
I mean,
So how did he look? So you asked the question. So what? So I'm gonna say you asked him the question and he was lying. And how did you introduce the girl? You like
you come on in. Hey, what's good? Da, da, da. So remember, really? No. And it was like, oh, hold on, let me go get. Shit. Like, don't try to make a woman feel like, no. And then like you really gone buku crazy. I would never do that to you. And they will look you dead in your face, in your fucking eye. They will cry. They will say, babe, I swear on my mama.
Yeah. Hey, y'all know the cry rule, right?
What's the cry? Do tell.
You got 3 cries. As a man, you got 3. The first one when you get caught cheating. You gotta cry when you get caught cheating. The second cry is the I love you cry, right? Hey, after the second one, guess what? You move into that third one. That's when you're a punk ass nigga. Then it don't work. Hey, that first cry though, you got to get that first cry. You got to hold it. Hey, fellas, you got to hold that first cry till when you cheat. Now, when you cheat, you got to throw that first one out there.
He cried the first time.
Hey, how about when we cry and we ball our fist up, right? I mean, you tell that.
Angry, and that scares women, okay?
No, it don't. I'll beat your ass.
Let me get by the door.
I will beat your ass. I'm kidding.
Hey.
Beat your ass.
Like that, but men are strong, okay?
She don't care. Hey, look, she don't listen. She don't damn care. She don't think about. She probably thinks she about. And I seen your stature before. There's always the smallest ones be the one that jumping up in niggas' face.
8 feet tall, okay? I said 4'11". I am 8 feet tall.
Right. So look, check this out, y'all. Let me tell you this one. It ain't a long story, real short. Let me tell you one. I lied. When I remember one time, I was young, man. I had to probably be about. I dated actually my ex fiance. Okay, I've been married once, engaged when I was 27. Of course, I didn't get married then. But I remember I was living with my fiance at the time. We were living together, whatnot, and I wanted to go to this party, right? And so what I ended up doing was I went to the party, but you know, I always respect, even when I was married, I always respect the house. We probably had like a 2:00 curfew in the house, right? So I think 2:00 is a decent time. We're gonna double back on that one. But so guess what? It was about 2:30, 3. I'm having fun. Yeah, I'm over goddamn getting it. You know what I'm saying? It was 5 a.m. So guess what I do? I drive and I call her, hey, I got a flat tire. Why you ain't call me? Well, it's so. So guess what I did, y'all? I got some of the damn dirt off the tire and put it on my pants. Then I got to change the tire.
Oh wow! And what happened? What was the reaction? Like,
you know, she looked at me sideways. She couldn't prove if I had a bad tire or not. But look, I knew that she knew it was the fix was on, huh?
A little longer.
Huh?
Why you just didn't call home and say I'm having fun and be out a little longer?
Man, scared. It was 5:30 in the morning. I know it don't make no sense. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She said no. No curfew is needed because we will be living in our own homes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She look. Hey, George said that's some effort. You damn right, boy. I had to make sure I put the greatest effort in the world on that one. Hey man, I had to find me some. Hey, baby, you see, it took me a while to change the tire. I've been left the party, you know what I'm saying? But the tire got flat, and I couldn't call you. All right. So if you were dating, man, or y'all been in relationships and married, like what's the curfew? Nick, do you mind if I ask? Is there a curfew with you and your?
I don't have a curfew. I don't have a curfew.
So if you with someone, you don't mind what time they come in the house?
No, and the reason being is because, for one, you can be a DJ. You can be, you know what I'm saying? You can party. So, right. My baby's father, he DJs, he does parties. I'm up all night. I work all night. So if we're doing a work session, I may be at Skittles' house, or like tonight, we'll probably work for a while. We're at Bria's house. So, right. I may not, you know what I'm saying? We may not come in until 5 or 6 o'clock. Well, not quite, probably 7 to 8. But yeah, y'all crazy. No, I don't think time. I mean, I know we used to, especially for old schoolers, your mother used to tell hours to tell on you, or you're not supposed to stay out to a certain. I mean, people work at night. People, you know what I'm saying? It's just the difference between day and night. You go to Alaska, you're gonna be in the damn dark. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think it's our perception and what we've been taught and our belief system. If you're not doing anything wrong and you out there, you grinding, or whether you're doing something wrong and they don't. That's I mean.
So who doesn't believe who doesn't believe in curfews in relationships if you're living together?
I will say, when I was married,
right.
We didn't have a set curfew, but it was kind of like, about a 2:30, 3 o'clock. And
right.
Sometimes, the club didn't really get over till 3:30 because it was like 8 till late. And then we go to
right.
We got to get to sop it up, right? and then
sop it up.
They're chopping it up after the sop it up. It could turn into 5 and it'd be like, damn, oops, my bad. I didn't beat the sun.
You didn't beat the sun. Your ass would be on the other side of the door.
But with that being said, he had been with me before and seen how it can go.
Yeah.
But then it was okay at first because it was kind of like working when I was like a promoter. So that was an understanding. But then it became I don't give a fuck. Yeah. And eventually I did quit the job. I did. I chose my family, which was they always choose yourself. That's my disclaimer. I'm saying if they don't love you for that, then shit. I'm just saying.
Always choose yourself?
Yes.
What you mean? Expand on that. What does that mean?
If you want to expand your learning, if you want to go move to another city and you're in a relationship and that other person don't want that, y'all really need to have some conversations. You know what I mean? I think life is too short. One, being a nurse, I've seen death. I've had to help people transition in life, and I've heard a lot of people say, don't live with regrets. And how would they not regret? Doing what they made them happy, not doing what somebody else they thought it would make them happy. And then in the end, you feel like, shit, they bamboozled you. I have been in situations like that where I chose other people because I thought it was how I was raised. One, my beliefs, they will change. So what might have been good for me 20 years ago is not what's good for me now. You know what I mean? Like
choose yourself.
Turn up, but at the end of the day, too, it's about some business and focus, right? But things change. You know what I mean? I think right now in my life, you need to be overall understanding and be secure in yourself to understand, like, we all get to choose our lane. The Bible say it, the law of attraction says it, as far as we get to choose. And isn't it amazing?
Okay, so let me ask y'all a question. You think it's wise? I'm just curious. You say choose yourself. What if you chose the right person who can reciprocate and get the things that you want? and that's allowing you, not even allowing you, but it's actually, because if we're talking about relationships and are dating, right? Part of that is to be with someone that's going to reciprocate what you give to them, right? Right. Choosing yourself would probably be going against the whole cycle, I would think. Right. It's just, I'm just saying. I think sometimes maybe we choose to give ourselves to the wrong person. What about that part? What about you got the right person? If you got the right person, why wouldn't you choose them as they choose you? That's life is cycles, right?
I think people change though, because when I got married, I think it was for the right thing. I think we both wanted to be a family. We had already had kids to make it right in the sight of the Lord, how we was both raised. Yeah. But then as life went on, things changed, and that was not my views anymore. So
Right. And that person has to accept the change, but also whatever changes that are positive to support the change, right? Again, person. That's a person thing, right?
right.
Okay. So I would probably say let's be life in general is not about us anyway. It's about other people. That's what life is about, y'all. It's a cycle, right? At some point, you're gonna need somebody in some point, some form of fashion,
Yeah.
huh? I'm sorry.
Serving other
Yeah, I agree
people.
with that.
Serving
Okay. What are you serving? What are you serving?
love, kindness, empathy,
Right.
job. Like I'm a nurse, so I serve my patients, right? My friends,
Okay.
I serve them. We serve one another and uplifting each other. If we having a bad day, they gonna
Right.
let me if I need to on every level, and then also reel me back in to be like, all right, that was enough. It's time to get busy, right? So that service is an ebb and flow.
Right. So why would you choose yourself as someone actually giving you in return what you giving them?
Well, no, if it's like that, then yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The clarification. But clarification, because you got to remember, this is we are not at the crib, right? So people are listening in. When you make statements such as that, right, to only take care of yourself, guess what? That's the last thing people hear. So let's clarify. Like this is about learning. So of course we want to be able to serve people that are, you want to cycle it back. And I'm gonna say this. I think it's wise if I'm in a household. Okay, now I'm gonna say this on the curfew thing. And the reason why I think it's wise, this is my opinion. I'm not saying that we have to, because really, I'm not one to, like, for me, right? Sharing my story. I don't really, I'll give the person on with my opinion on what I think works. But if you choose to do it, that's on you. And if I don't like it, I choose to leave at a certain point. Right? That's just me. Right. So I think curfews are important only from the man's aspect, is that, let's be honest, protection doesn't come when you want it. Protection is all the time, right? 24 hours we should be able to protect you, right? So us knowing your whereabouts as men allows us to protect you better. If it's the later it gets, the more dangerous it gets, the more you're out by yourself. If you have a significant other, what I'm saying to you is that you put us in a position that we're not able to protect you in the manner that we should. And that's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling.
And I understand that. But yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my opinion in that.
Okay.
I think myself number one because I'm trained. My daddy trained me on how to use a weapon. I've been having one of my personal own since I was 18. With the curfew thing, I'm not gonna be out unless you understand that. Hey, I'm here, and that what's the technology has played a role in locations and where you at. And
but we can't get to you until we cannot listen what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. We cannot get to you. By the time we get to you, it's already done. By the time we get to you, it's already done, right? No. If we
you gotta understand me as a woman, and this depends on each woman, because some women don't like guns or some women don't like weapons. But if you have a woman that's trained, okay, my woman gonna take care of herself. She gonna call me if she need me, or she gonna call somebody 911 or something, or somebody if she's in distress. But I know my woman can take care of herself. I'm secure in myself to know that if she needs me, she'll call me.
you know what? Okay, that sounds great, right?
But
that sounds. Great. What you say? Say it again, Nika.
That's not a man's perception. That's not who a man is. That's not how they operate. So I get what you're saying, but my thing is just as easily as something can happen in the daytime, something can happen at night.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, we find more things happen whether you're out or you're not because we're more vigilant at night. If we're out, like if I go out, if I'm out by myself right now, I'm knowing like my radar, my senses are on. Woo!
Head is on a swivel.
Exactly. I got an owl going on all day. If I hear footsteps, if I hear, so.
Okay, so I'll say this: we live off probabilities and possibilities. Correct? Is it possible that you can get jacked during the day and night? But you're most likely, due to the fact crime goes up the later it gets. Right? Okay. So what? All right. So my only point is that. Again, when we're at, and hear me out, I want to respect you guys' view as where you are as strong Black women in the cause of learning how to protect yourself with guns. I don't know if y'all have ever shot anyone before. If you shot anyone before, it's not target practice is not the same. It ain't the same, right? When you really got to stand behind that thing. But listen, my only point is at this, right? I'll just say. Right, because this platform is about strengthening relationships. Right, if a person makes certain sacrifices for you to make you feel comfortable, then we should do that. I'm just right. I'm just you don't. Huh?
It should be reciprocated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. I'm not look for a second. All these scenarios, and it's very justifiable, but all these scenarios, honestly, y'all, for a moment, we got to get into a solution-based, this is a solution-based platform, and we can focus on why it's not being done, which is great, but also we have to balance it out with what does that look like? How do we need to treat each other? How we need to respect each other's perceptions and perspectives, right? So I'll just say that just being a man's man, right? Just being a man's man and listening to other men, the idea of our women be out no matter how strong, if we feel you that strong, then we don't want to be with you anyway. Remember that.
What?
If we feel that you're that strong, we don't want to be with you anyway. You want to give you an example?
Yeah, you don't have to give no example because
okay.
So at this juncture in life, I ain't got no business being out till no 5:30, 3:30 in the morning.
Okay. Right.
So it's like I'm gonna be in the house anyway. That kind of brought me to another point. This whole thing of a curfew is if you feel the need to be out that late, then you might stay where you at. Like the whole curfew thing, like it's cool, it's cool. You do what you want to do. It's cool to set a curfew, but at the end of the day, I want somebody that wants to be where I'm at.
In my bed.
There you go.
So my thing is, the whole thing is, if you want to sit here and you want to be out all night, no, I'm not going to press you. So if you want to talk about, you want to get deep and talk about red flags, that could literally be a red flag.
Thank you.
I don't want nobody that's outside. I don't want nobody that want to sit here at 5:30 in the morning. Not, not to use your example, but like you faking a whole tire incident. No, because you want to be outside. Like that's not what I'm looking for.
With the dirt on the pants and shit.
It's that deep. Every once in a while, cool. But I told you, everything boils down to effort, understanding, and communication. So if you doing it every night, no, I don't want you. I don't need you. Every weekend, no, I don't want you. I don't need you. I'm be where I'm at. So 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, if I gotta roll over and you're not there, it's a problem for me. It's a problem. Every night it's a problem. But I just feel like respect.
It's a problem.
Right.
Yeah. I just think it's a
run issues with you.
You think it's a what now?
Turn up.
Hey, look, check this out. Y'all say turn up. I'm glad you said it. You hit the button on the head. Listen. Look, this is just like we at the house, y'all. So if y'all wanted to call me out on some shit or ask me anything, guess what? I'm just moderating the conversation. So, again, I respect y'all views, but also there's a lot of things about women I don't understand. I'm trying to understand. and it might not ever make no sense. But believe me, if I get any information from y'all, I know it's coming from a genuine place. It's coming from a genuine place. Let's get an understanding. And then, it's one thing that we can complain about what's wrong, but when we can have a platform where we can say, all right, these things are wrong. What are some of the solutions? Right? What are some of the things that can help? And not saying we're supposed to buy into each other's ideas, but at least plant a seed. So hopefully one day it grows and you understand what it looks like later on if you don't know what it looks like now. That's the purpose of this whole thing. So let me ask you a question.
I got a question.
Go ahead, ask me.
What would you say is some advice, say to baby Bree, with
what?
Like with a relationship? What should she be?
I need specific questions. That's broad. I don't know. I don't know enough about her to say anything. I just met Bree only twice. So what? Okay. So check it. Give me a specific question about men or Mark. I'm not saying I know, but I can probably give you some information you always wondered. I wonder why men blank. What would that be?
I was going to say, what would be a red flag that Bree could watch for in a man that's gaslighting her or lying to her?
What are her deal breakers? We got to identify the deal breakers to see the flags, right?
Yes, that's what it is.
Y'all don't understand that concept? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I understand the concept, but this is what besides everything else, as far as when you're talking about solutions and everything, I feel like my solution is my actual problem. Right? Well, not my problem, but you asked in the beginning, what are problems or things, negative things that we see in relationships? And then now we're talking about solutions. Negative things is I see they don't put in effort. They don't understand, communicate. Solutions, put in effort, understand, communicate. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, Bria, what does that mean? But we've been talking about it literally the whole time. Everything from communication to curfew to cheating, all these things could be simply resolved by one putting in effort to understand where she's coming from. That's not a conversation. Like, yeah, we can have it generally, but it all depends on person to person. It goes
person to person.
Relationship. Communicate. That's a broad spectrum, but everybody has a certain way that they communicate best.
Right.
How I communicate to you is not going to be the same way that I communicate to my man. How I communicate to my man is not going to be the same way I communicate to a friend. It all just has to be different. And then people got to relax, be patient, understand. So, I mean, we can identify problems. Those are the problems, but then they could be the solution too.
It has to be tailor fit to each individual. Right. So, but there's a vibe that y'all do here via social media and some of the conversations and stuff like that. So, and we all have to gain one understanding of why it is. So why do you think that there's a significant amounts of men that are let me back up. Do you feel like that there's a vibe of men attacking women, the modern women today, in your opinion, Bree?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do feel like it's a lot of men that do attack modern day women, but it's all just a misunderstanding.
There you go.
It's all just a misunderstanding. Men feel like women or I feel like, at least in, like I said, in my perspective, in my age range and things like that, I feel like men feel like women are gold diggers. That's all they want. Oh, I want somebody to pay for my date. I want somebody to pay my bills and everything like that. But you had this misconception. I don't want a man that don't want to provide. That's all it is. It's simple. It's literally simple. I feel like everybody had this misunderstanding. No, she don't want to go digger. I'm not asking you to go out here and do all this, but I am asking you to provide. All I'm saying is everybody needs to figure out who is that person. Who is their person? What you bring to the table may not be what I'm looking for, but that don't mean that you need to be disrespectful. You need to find somebody that wants what you bring to the table. That's the misunderstanding. Like men, I don't know. That's what I've gathered from these modern and attacking attacking these women is that you just misunderstand what it is that we want. And my thing is, don't get mad at a woman for saying that she wants a man to provide, because if we're gonna go back to times and we're gonna take it to books how they like to do,
Right.
that's what you're doing. She's gonna nurture,
Right.
she's gonna nurture and grow what you bring to the table, but you got to bring something, you got to provide. That's all it is. So yeah, this whole attacking women type of thing, find you a woman who's gonna accept what you bring to the table. If she don't, she's the wrong woman. But that don't mean it's not a woman out here for you. Same thing. Women, if don't dog a man for, oh, he don't got what I'm looking for, or he electrician, he this, he that. That's just not what you want. Don't dog him. Go find you somebody that you want. Find you somebody that's in your bracket. Find you whatever it is. Like, it don't have to be this whole negative connotation. I don't like that. I'm like, if we go, especially our skin, especially our color, whatever it is, I want to build our men up. I want to build the women up. Y'all just need to understand what it is that you're looking for.
Let me ask you some, Pete. Let me ask you something, Pete. Do you, some of the rhetoric that you hear, do you feel personally attacked by it? Personally?
Not at all, because one thing for certain and two things for sure. I'm gonna be authentic to myself, and I'm gonna communicate the things that I want, what I like, what I don't like, what I expect, what I don't expect, and I'm gonna keep it simple. I don't want to be difficult. I want peace and simplicity at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Skills? You feel personally attacked by some of the things you hear? Because a lot of women take it personal, which I can understand. Some men taking it personal too as well. Do you?
Sometimes it depends. Like if it's something that was kind of close to me, you know, if it was a situation or a story, you know, that I can relate to. Sometimes, you know, I can empathize with it. And I think depending on where I'm at in my ego level, like if I'm feeling depressed or insecure, then I can really go down that rabbit hole of and get on that negative train. Yeah. But then I can, you know, get out of it.
So that's like a circumstantial thing sometimes, based on where you at. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
I can understand.
So dear mother, like with that type of vibe, like what would be your observation, and how do you see it from, like, what do you think? What are your thoughts on the whole gender war, as they say?
What are my thoughts on the gender war? I think that it has, as I piggyback on Bria, I agree with everything Bria said. And I think it's been, it has not been, I don't know if the right word is taught the right way, but we have not been taught to communicate, to understand, to be empathetic with each other, to all of that. We have not. I think it's a lack of understanding. It's a lack of maybe education, but it's just a lack of sympathy. It's a lack of maturity sometimes, because like Ray said, there's someone out there for everyone. So you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, deflate my you know what I'm saying, my balloon because I didn't inflate yours.
Right. So if you was so Bree, if you was a what would be but you actually gave a great answer. So let me ask you a question, Peaches. How would you like you, if you had a magic wand, like, well, nah, I got one better. If you was cleaning the dating pool out, how can we clean it out? Like besides the honesty part, like what do you think the main ingredient would be to try to get everything in order, in your opinion?
The main thing, like, in the dating pool, I'm using my magic wand. I'm pulling out everybody. That's not healed. Like, that's very important, because if you're not healed, you don't know yourself. You don't know what makes you tick. You don't know what triggers you. And then when you get into something can trigger you, and then you can have a whole negative reaction. It can get bad. So everybody that's not healed in the dating pool, that don't know yourself, that's who I would put. That's who I would start there. That's where I would start. Yeah.
What about you, Skittles? How would you clean it up?
I pour some bleach in that bitch. No septic, hold up. It's septic in that guy. I don't know. I don't even know if I care, you know.
There you go.
It's not my lane to heal people. Now I can, if we cross the path and I can educate a little bit and say what it is, great. If no, then no.
Yeah, I would probably say for me, I would probably say the best way to clean it is the self accountability factor. We got to start there.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody has to look at themselves. We have to stop looking at each other. We have to stop looking at each other. But Skittles don't care, so it don't really matter to her. But for those who want to, guess what? For those who want a better place, we want accountability should always be the top. Be the topic of conversation. I think we lack accountability, both parts. Both parts.
I think Skittles may be just operating off of the fact of like me. I'm what floats your boat, but don't sink mine at this point, because life is what life is going to be. And as an educator, I've been an educator all my life. And some people you just cannot educate. Some people you just cannot inspire.
Absolutely.
So it's what it is.
The key word you said some, but guess what? One can be enough. Because that one can turn to 5, right? And that 5 can turn to 50. So it does. So like I think that's honestly like, yeah, you can't get it all, but the effort and the information, because if sometimes if things aren't going right in your life and you have information, there's a universal law that you have to spread the information. It's not for you. You know that, right? Because it'll be considered selfishness at that point. So I think that sometimes we do have to, even though we feel like there's certain areas that I feel like it like we'll never get or never whatever that is, right? But I still have to, just like with this. I mean, I know what's going on, but I still have to still deliver the information. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I gained it, it ain't for me anyway, right? And these are some of the things I'm just saying. Like everything starts with mindset. Karma is real, right? It's like y'all say, karma is you do this bad, but guess what? Karma also says if you withhold information and if you're not give it out once again, then guess what? That may be some of the things of why our lives aren't being the way that it needs to be or we want it to be, because we're being selfish to others. That's even with the information.
That's good.
The float your boat thing. I mean, in all due respect, I never really. Yes, you should never put the energy in what people do that it hurts you. Absolutely, but we can't just give up on everybody. Get those who we can.
No, you're not giving up.
But
sometimes you just have to say, okay, they're not ready. Let me keep going, and I'll backtrack and come back and see if you're ready. Sometimes you just have to, and that's what I think also.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you because somebody was singing. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I think that's also it's just sometimes everybody's not ready, so you have to move on. You have to say, okay, right, this is not. I'll come back and backtrack if you're ready. Then if not, so we just can't.
Right.
That's what Skittles was saying about the, you first. Because if you see you first in anything you love, right? If you see you first, you can. Okay, this is what I want. Okay, if you see you first, okay, I don't want nobody to do that to me. Let me treat this person how I want. You understand who you are, and that's the self-accountability.
Yeah, I mean, that. I mean, all of that is definitely correct. I guess we have to just. And again, I truly believe, even if I feel like no one is, it's just like unfortunately, we everybody has childlike characteristics, right? Even with children, and you may not feel. Guess what? We still plant seeds. Seeds will either gonna grow or not. You plant your seed, right? So even when you think nobody is really ready to quote unquote listen or to receive, especially in relationships, one of the things about it is you should never give up on giving them information, because the more you tell them, the more accountable they are. And guess what happened? I told you this before. Since I told you that, then you didn't do what I asked you to do. You got to hold people accountable. So sometimes when you think they ain't listening or whatever in relationships, just plant the seed and keep moving. You did your part, right? Right. So let me ask you. Let me ask y'all. I saw this question right here as I was thumbing through this. What, and I think I got an idea outside of business. What motivates you? What's the biggest motivational factor for you in life right now, Peaches? What motivates you right now the most?
And children.
Mm.
I have kids, so when you procreate and
Right.
you're not responsible for yourself anymore, you have individuals that you're responsible for, so you do any and everything in your power to make sure their future is secure.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I do it for my kids. Like, I think
Got you. What keeps you up when it may look like it ain't it? What?
don't nothing keep me up, because let me tell you something. I trust in the Lord. I sleep peacefully.
No, I'm not. No. Right. But we all have down moments, right? But what puts you back outside of the children? I know children do, but like, what is the thing you use to try to get back up?
It's always going to be my commune with my relationship, my conversations with my Creator.
Okay.
It doesn't always have to be prayer or asking or being on your knees and begging for something. It's just a simple conversation when you want answers or you want clarity or direction, anything. So it's like that's it. I don't have no second, no third. That's just
Exactly.
it. That's like it's my final answer.
Well, I'm putting it to you like this. So for me, I just use me as an example. For me, what motivates, because I have children, right? So one of the other things that motivate me is that outside of leaving a legacy, also the ability to be able to take care of my mother at some point. That's what motivates me beyond my children, right? So I have to use several things. And what keeps me up is the ability to understand who and what I am as a spiritual being. Understanding that I've been through things before, that I have evidence of things that I've overcame some things before. So when I get down, I look back and pull that file cabinet out and say, "Oh shit, this I done been. It's not the same thing, but guess what? I know I've jumped over the hurdle."
For sure.
Right. So to me, that's what keeps me motivated, or not just motivated, but keeps me up when I'm down. I just remember, as they say, the testimonies. It's good to tell the testimony, right? But it's better to understanding how you got out of it. How you got out of it. So I would probably say, to just everybody when it comes to relationships, like you say, I would definitely say be true to yourself, but also understanding that you've probably been through bad relationships, and because a lot of people, not just, I was gonna say women, but men, the thought of being lonely is a motivational factor for a lot of people to be in bad relationships.
I don't think so.
Have you ever? You don't think so? What? For you?
So because, like I said, it takes
for you. I'm sorry. For you, I'm sorry.
For me, yeah. Because
okay.
Maturity, you have to understand when you need to be in an isolation period.
Right.
You have to understand that. Like I said, it's a level of maturity. If you're not mature enough to understand, okay, I need to be alone right now. I need to be in a relationship right now. Come on, there's a difference.
Yeah.
You have to understand. You have to be mature enough to understand, hey, I need to take a step back. I need to better myself in this area and that area. And then I could be ready for the next level or a relationship.
That's what comes with a level of healing. But that's what a lot of people don't have. A lot of people don't have that. So then, like you said, the loneliness drives people to get into these bad relationships because
they don't heal.
Yeah, because they're not healed, because they willing to, what we talked about, accept anything that's in it. And there you are, you in this bad relationship because you have things that you got to work on for yourself. But a lot of it roots down to being lonely. You need somebody else to cope in areas that you feel like you can't cope with by yourself. It's a covering, it's a temporary fix, clearly, because they don't last. But that's what it boils down to. Everybody is just not healed, and you got unhealed people out here mixing with some healed people. Then you got people healed people.
Just make it
Right.
make your children who gonna be lost.
It's a toxic world.
Right. Hey, so I'm gonna ask each one of y'all. I want y'all opinion on this. Each one of them. I want to see what y'all gonna say with your, because it's a matter of opinion. It's no right or wrong. Skittles, why do men cheat? Why do you think men cheat?
One reason is because they don't want to hurt the other person.
Okay.
With the truth. That's
I think it's just
come on. If they was truth and stood on business, they'd be like, "Oh, baby girl, they would be honest, but they won't be." So,
go ahead, Pete. You busting out the scene for this one. Go ahead. What you was about to say? Why do you think men cheat?
I don't know.
Uh,
I think some men are not secure in themselves. When
Okay.
they be secure in themselves, they would be okay with one woman. Or if secure in themselves, they would be okay with telling a woman or all women that I want to be with all of y'all, or I'm sleeping with all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
What about you, Nika? What, in your opinion, why do you think men cheat?
yeah.
Several reasons, but several reasons. One is because they haven't finished growing up, so they want to continue to see who they can get, when they can get, how often they can get, and I think it has a lot to do with what happens at home. If they don't feel like they're getting everything they need at home, whether it's physically, emotionally, they go out and they'll cheat.
Bree, what in your opinion? Why do you think men cheat? In your opinion, or have the urge to have other women? How about that? That too. It's all in one.
Nika wants that question
too. Okay. Go ahead. But go ahead. We're starting with Bree. I want to hear that, and then you can go back, Nika. I want to hear this.
I don't know. To be honest, I'll put you at unhealed. They unhealed. They not right. Not right. That's what it is. But no, I honestly and truly, I don't know. I'm very curious to know too. To be honest, I don't think men even know why they cheat. I think they just do it. I don't know.
Badge.
I feel like I got that like that's what I feel like. I feel like sometimes it comes out to a game. I feel like sometimes it is insecurities. It's a lot of things. But that's why I said I feel like it's so much that ultimately they don't know why they cheat. What that say?
Men cheat because they want to and they can.
Yeah. Boom. But guess what? Can't do.
We're not gonna go down that road. We already know it. We already know the effects if you do it. So you already know we don't even need to talk about why women shouldn't do it.
Why? We didn't say why women shouldn't do it. She didn't.
I know. She said no. I'm talking about what she just said. She said women can do it too. I'm just responding to her what she just said. We know that when women do it, there's much of a larger thing to lose than men. So if you want to roll that.
That's been portrayed, or so that's how it's meant to, or how it's meant to be portrayed, or that's what everybody believes and everything like that. Because we have more. I guess that's what it is.
Because y'all got what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I'm saying I guess that's what it is. That's what everybody.
We have more to
lose, or it's a lot more for women to cheat. That's the whole stigma around it. Men can do what they want because I guess they don't have as much emotion as women or something like that. Whatever concoction of a story has been portrayed for years is what I'm saying.
Well, but one of the factual stories is that you guys are receivers, right? Right.
Okay, that's a fact. We're a receiver. Okay, yes.
Okay. Also, scientifically has been proven that when men lie with women, this is science. This is hard data information. This is not nobody who want to sleep with a whole bunch of women. It basically states that when men lay with women, they actually reshape the DNA and the mind structure from a biological standpoint. That's fact. That's a science. Scientists just proved that not too long ago.
Biological standpoint of what?
Meaning that it reshapes them. It reshapes it rewires the mind. That's why it's called hardwiring, right? You guys have it's called hardwiring. So basically, when you receive something, not from a physical from a spiritual standpoint, you're receiving the spirit within that man because you're a receiver. Mm-hmm. But also from the biological standpoint, is that it's again, we reshape the DNA of a woman when we lay with you. That's science. I'm not saying that.
This science is supposed to be explaining what you're stating facts, but what is it supposed to be explaining? Why women shouldn't cheat?
No. I'm just no. I'm not explaining why women shouldn't cheat. I'm just telling you what reason why I'm saying it is that it goes back to what I just said before. You would definitely from a biological and a spiritual standpoint have more to lose. The fact that someone can redesign your mind, your physical structure. It goes back to that. You can do what you want to do. Here's the thing.
Right.
Listen, you can do what you want to do, but understand that that's
COVID also said, science said COVID was,
okay. Are women receivers or not? Is that from a spiritual standpoint?
Nice or not? I think everybody's a receiver and a giver.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
I guess for me, I'm trying to understand, and this is I'm just talking.
Okay.
I don't want you to feel like like I'm coming and that's just how I
No,
talk.
you're not.
Yeah, so it's passion. So I'm just saying, you saying women as receiver, okay, you guys are givers, but this whole stat that you're saying or these facts, what does that have to do? Because a woman is a receiver, what? And you're
Okay, so it goes back to my original point because my only point, Bree, I just basically said two things. One thing I just said, I only said when you do, if both are cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said out of the two, right? There's more of a risk of being who you're not supposed to be based on the fact that we're imputing something into you, right? Information. Yes. So that was my only point. I didn't say why you shouldn't or anything. I'm saying out of the two genders,
yes.
right? The more you receive as a woman, the DNA and genetically changes the structure of a woman. I mean, I can't argue with. I'm not saying.
I have to see it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Right. And I understand.
You're saying physically, you're saying emotionally,
sexually, right? Because you know what, we view sex differently. That's why a man says, well, okay, let's look at it from this perspective. Most men, not all, most men, when they cheat, right? There's usually there's no connection with the person they're sleeping with for the most part. We don't have as much of a physical connection when it comes to sex as women. Could we agree on that?
No.
Okay, so here's what you.
I guess that's what I'm saying. Where's it coming from, though? Like, where's he's saying? I'm not, because I don't want you to get me wrong and say in like I'm not understanding where you're coming from.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you something. Life.
Okay.
You guys hold the key of life, correct? The womb. The womb, right?
No experience.
No, I'm asking you the womb, right? You have babies, right? You carry babies in your womb, right?
Right.
Okay, so when you carry life in your life, anything that enter into you or make it be a residual thing can affect another child's life, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct, because I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
Me being one. No, I'm gonna give you one of the greatest example. When even doing slavery, now we can't even doing slavery, right? The slave masters used to do what? They used to dig a hole, put the women on their bellies, and beat them across their back. You know who that was for? It was for the baby that was in the belly, right? So what I'm saying to you is from a psychological standpoint and things that may happen to you as a woman, because you have a womb and you carry life, you have more to lose than a man when it comes to dealing with the wrong person, because it can psychologically, as we know, and physically affect the womb, right?
Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, that part, but I'm still, but we were still.
I got that.
I get that, but like I said, the whole conversation came because we were talking about men cheating and everything, and we kind of segue into that. So I was just trying to figure out what part of the segue are you, because we have more to lose from a womb. That's why we should be.
From a womb standpoint, only they said first. Our prefaces and said y'all can do what y'all want to do, right? Who heard me say that?
Yeah, we know that. That's what I'm
okay. So, but I also said you guys have more to lose than men, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the segue was when Skittles said, going back and rewinding the tape, when Skittles said, well, we can do what we want to do. I said, yeah, you can, but you have more to lose, and this is why you have more to lose. That's all.
And I feel like that part, but I feel like that stance right there is what makes it acceptable, or what makes this whole thing why women shouldn't cheat acceptable in the society. Like, because women have more to lose, that's why they should not cheat or whatever. Like you said, they're gonna do what they want to do. But it's men don't have much to lose, so that's why it's more so acceptable for them to do it, because they don't have more to lose. But you may not have physical things to lose, but your morality or whatever, your ethics, that should be enough. Like, I don't know, I just feel like this whole thing is like, if we talking about physically direct, because if that's the only thing we're talking about, physically, the wound or whatever, my child could possibly have that, like, you know what I'm saying, that, yeah. But if we're not talking about that, what is there? What is this whole societal thing of a man?
Okay, so Bree, I think what you're doing is that right now the conversation is, here's the thing. What I just said is a conversation between me and you, 4 women, right? What you just did was you brought out an outside idea, right? I'm not talking about an outside idea, right? This is a conversation to say this is you can do what you want to do, and so that's fine. What you're saying is correct. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but the point I just made was just giving an example. And the example I gave, I didn't preface it by saying, well, because of that, that gives us permission to do that. So let's clarify that. I didn't say that. Never came out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
right?
I'm saying you're right. I brought it outside.
Yeah, you brought that right. You brought an outside scenario into a conversation between you and I.
Go ahead, we can keep going.
Yeah. Right. So look, check this out. I got a video for y'all. I want to see it, y'all. I asked y'all that for a reason. I would have been praised every day, but I got a video for y'all. I got a video for y'all to watch. Okay, and this is not a male perspective, a nigga from the hood, the ghetto, or none of that, right? But I just want y'all thoughts on this video. I just want y'all thoughts on it. What's that now?
Is that science?
I want your Skittles. I'm pulling the video up for a second. Can you just one step at a time? Give me a second, okay? We're gonna pull the video up. Hold on, let me do this. Let's say, let's do this. Well, when you can do what you want to do with the information, and live how you want to live, but just keep doing, it's okay. Okay, y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay.
And Chinedu.
Can y'all hear that?
After that, cross-examination. Olumide, Chinedu, show some action.
Good evening, judges. Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose, procreation.
Let me do this.
Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle comes around once a month. For a man, it's every day. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched.
This is from her. This is the debate they had in.
Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose, procreation. Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle comes around once a month. For a man, it's every day. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched by.
Excuse me, honestly, let's be fair, because y'all talk. Let me say this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. Shit. Hold on for a second. All right. So here's the thing. I can the thing can pick up everybody. The thing can pick up everybody that's listening. So while the video going, can you just kind of turn it down just slightly? All right. Thank you.
Yes, we're gonna shut up.
Okay.
You can still hear.
All right. Yeah, it picks up everything y'all saying and makes it difficult for everybody to hear.
Now the final encounter tonight will be between Olumide and Chinedu, and after that, cross-examination. Olumide, Chinedu, show us some action.
Good evening, judges. Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose, procreation. Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle comes around once a month. For a man, it's every day. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched by the man's 120 million sperm cells. Now let's do some calculation. 120 million sperm cells a day, every day, as opposed to one egg a month, every month, means, assuming all the cells are viable, that it will take only 30 men to impregnate all the women in the world. This points to one clear fact. A man is, by nature, polygamous. Monogamy and fidelity are unnatural situations promulgated by religious beliefs and social pressures. Take those away, every man will cheat. It's simply biological. Now let's look at the extra. It's a known fact that women, for the most part, are more emotional than men. So it's natural that after a sexual encounter, she'll be attached. But because a man is visual and logical in nature, there's no emotion involved. For him, it's just a physical release that's got nothing to do with love. A man loves his woman by protecting and providing for her. Period. It's really quite simple. For a man, the physical and the emotional, two separate entities. Thank you.
Olumide,
Yes,
fascinating argument. You say men have the ability to roam and like some kind of man on the Serengeti. Is there an issue of choice in the matter? Do you accept that?
Of course,
there's
sir.
a level of choice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if there's a level of choice, then, you know, the whole issue of society and makeup really boils down to a question of the character of the individual man, not some compelling force against which he cannot resist the temptation to roam, to use your words.
For lack of a better analogy, you can train a dog not to bark, but it will still bark.
Dogs and men.
I'm sorry, for lack of a better analogy, I'm sorry, for lack of a better example.
Not very good. Dogs and men.
It's basic instinct.
Yeah,
it's difficult to ignore.
Are you saying
it's
that
not impossible to
Are you
ignore,
saying
but
that
it's
men
difficult.
have not moved beyond instinct? All right, that answer.
Interesting. So that was a very balanced point. I never want to sway the information just one way. Right. That was her point. That's his point. I'm not saying, again, disclaimer. I'm not saying this gives any man a permission to cheat. There are other information that kind of explains it from a biological standpoint. If you want to read it and educate yourself, I understand sometimes knowledge can be scary and it holds us accountable. But also the biggest accountability issue that we face is being honest, right? So being honest with ourselves. So if you do have the urge to do any of that stuff, it's good to give a woman an option. We can all agree women want options. Can we say amen?
Amen.
All right. Okay. All right. So with that being said, any thoughts or anything on that particular video?
Where you pull that from? Where you get that?
Well, that was an actual debate back in the 70s. It's so much. Have y'all ever heard of Shahrazad Ali? Have you ever heard of her before?
Who?
Shahrazad Ali.
No.
Y'all ever heard of her before?
No.
Yeah, she has a great book that explains both male and female as far as similar views. Again, right now, to you guys' point, because I see the faces. To you guys' point, I will definitely say that I get it, I understand. No one should ever, you should live the life you want and be who you want to be with. Polygamy, monogamy, whatever it is, find the things for you. But you know, sometimes if you get a better understanding of how things work, you can probably deal with it better. Leave or however. But what I'm saying to you, it eliminates the questions. So when things happen, and not just saying from a biological standpoint, wrong is wrong, cheating is cheating. But sometimes we hold on to answer to questions. And the longer we hold on to questions, the faster we can get out of the situation. So understanding should come from all sides and angles, is my point.
Agreed.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I said agreed, definitely.
Yeah, even if you don't like it, it's still good to understand it.
Absolutely.
Right? We shouldn't feel uncomfortable about that type of topic.
That when it goes to that's your lane, that's how you get to feel. And isn't it amazing that we all get to choose?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and give it a wrap for the night. Skittles, let's go ahead and tell us what you got going on. Anything you like to plug, your handles, etc.
Oh, okay. So I've been working on some nursing education stuff. Anybody in healthcare that want to increase their IV skills, that's coming soon. I'm just really trying to educate the community, working with some other collaborators and partners who are in the healthcare sector, because I think if we are accountable, then we got to educate people know what to do in a situation that they need to be in. So my biggest thing is healthcare.
All right.
Blood pressure and hydration.
All right. And did you give your Instagram information out?
On IG, TikTok, Skittles the Nurse, and then look out for the Skittles Academy. That's up also on IG, TikTok, and YouTube.
Okay. All right. And Bree, what about you? What you got going on? How people can reach out, and what services can you offer to anybody if you have?
Yes. So project management, social media management, event planning. The media professional on Instagram and TikTok. The media professional.square.site for consultations and things.
Right. And Nika, what you got going on? Instagram, what you got for everybody out there?
The number one shot wellness is what I'm bringing to the world, changing lives one plant at a time. So y'all look me up because I have the best CBG, CBD, THC. But I'm educating. I'm an educator by birth, a minister by education. So I'm educating on changing our lives, the cannabinoid system, knowing what it takes to live better, heal better, and feel better.
All right. And what about you, Pumpkin?
Now your name is Pumpkin.
Peach. Well, she had a pumpkin.
I'm just trying to increase the awareness of self-care. Y'all gotta take care of y'all skin. Y'all gotta take care of y'all body, inside and out. Earthsburner.com coming soon to a city near you.
All right. So check it. So basically, any thoughts, questions about anything? It ain't even about what we talked about. Y'all listen, let me be honest with y'all. Y'all, I don't know if it's just being honest and frank. I don't know if it's just because it's alive or what. Like, I am sure when it comes to y'all conversations and dating, things you ever wanted to know, your thoughts, your views on it, now is a good time to kind of share your thoughts on dating as a whole. Does anybody want to share their thoughts as far as dating and the solution to what we need to do? Once again, for those who are listening.
Go ahead, Pumpkin.
Go ahead, Peaches.
What's my name though?
What's your name?
My whole thing is just be authentic, be true to you, be honest, and just express what you want out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just be authentic. Be honest to yourself. Be truthful to yourself.
Right.
Like, the most important part. When you can't be honest with yourself or truthful to yourself, how are you going to be honest with the next person?
Got you. All right. Anybody else? Free floor.
Like my auntie said today, don't lead a double life. Don't live a
you know sometimes
Right. You know what? And that definitely works for both both genders. You know what I mean? I recall, thinking one thing. One of the biggest things I had to understand, I started looking at life through the lens of my mother, right? Being that I will say this for me. I've often heard they say that men sort of date or gravitate toward women like their mother, and I can probably say from my perspective and my side, absolutely. And one thing about it is that I at this stage in my life, I try to treat women like I would treat my mother now, when I didn't understand that when I was younger. Right. And so I would probably say, fellas, treat women like if you like your mama or somebody you like that's a woman. treat them like you want to be treated. Excuse me, like you would want them to treat your mom. Pretend like that's your mama and her feelings, right? And then I would often say for ladies, understand who and what you are. I truly believe that some women, I would say, overwhelming amount of women in certain areas don't really understand who and what they are and the influence and power that they have. Because let's be honest, we wouldn't do what we do unless you allow us to do it. We're gonna try it, unfortunately. So those are the two things I would tell both sides. What about you, Rhea? Any last
I'm
anybody?
gonna tell you this: we as men, you all need to know, especially if we had wonderful fathers, because if we had wonderful fathers, you need to learn how to step it up, match up, figure out what our fathers did, how our fathers did it, whatever it needs to be done, because that's where it starts. Because a lot of us, especially I can say sitting here, we still got her daddy changing. We all daddy's girls. So right there, if you can't even touch what I look at some people like, oh, you can't do what Joe do? Okay. You know, so you start yes, man. Okay.
Okay, what about the ladies? What about the women? The same advice you just gave me. And what about the women? We got to balance it out. What about the women?
I agree. There is a balance, but I think we find most times that women, like you said, are already givers, nurturers. We are already and it more than likely, you have already done your due diligence, and you probably know after a couple of dates that we're either like your mother, nowhere near your mother, or whatever. But you don't know anything about our father. You don't know anything about our legacy and how we grew up and what he imparted into us. So, and what we expect, exactly.
And so you would tell women what? How do you need to clean it up? Oh, okay. What about you, Bree? What about you, Bree? I'm telling you, go ahead. What about you, Bree? Any last thoughts, ideas?
For me, as far as the men, basically what I said earlier: effort, understanding, communication. I ain't changed them 3 words since the beginning. So to the men, please
there you go.
Keep that message. For the women, realize the power that you do have, and stand on it. Because, like I said, what did you just say? They only gonna do what you allow them to do. So
absolutely.
Women realize what type of power she is, whether that's that special womb or not. You are one of a freaking kind. You are one of a kind. So you have to realize that that's the power that you hold. So, and it's very valuable. So I think a lot of women have to start understanding that, because if a man is treating you unkind, girl, there's 50 more that'll treat you just as good. So understand the power that you have and walk away if it comes to that.
Right. All right, so that's all I really had. I mean, I appreciate y'all time, but I'll tell you this. I'm a firm believer that you guys are a reflection of us, right? I tend to understand that even in my own dating situations, or whether I'm meeting a person, what I'm getting is probably me, self accountability. If I'm getting a certain type of female, that may be that I'm not like. There may be I have to examine myself. Why am I attracting these type of women? Right. So that's the part that if we're running into certain things and seeing these things, and it's reshaping our minds based upon what men are doing, we have to look at ourselves first. Start there. That's all I got. All right. Yeah, hey, y'all hold tight for a minute. Let me go ahead and close out. Y'all hold tight. All right. Here we go. So look, check this out. Man, my damn headphone falling apart, everything. Look, check this out. That was a great conversation. Sometimes, here on date night, what we do, sometimes we like to party, but sometimes we gotta also have sometimes we also gotta have real difficult conversations. I think that we don't do that. We skate around those things. I think it's important. That's the only way that we're going to be able to solve the problem, by having difficult conversations and being real with each other, and be real with the information, and being real all the way across the board. That's the only way that it's going to get solved. I'm not saying whatever that realness shows you have to be or accept. I'm just saying understanding goes a long way, because once you understand it, guess what? It's something that you can stand on. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. So once again, this has been definitely a educational piece today. Understanding that there's so many different variables or whatnot that we can take out of this, and to make sure that we equipped ourselves when it comes to dating, relationships, etc. So all I have to say is, real quick, impromptu. So next week we're gonna have I'm gonna have some fellas coming in the locker room edition. And I got some fellas listening in on this conversation, and they're going to actually give their opinions based upon what they have heard. And then I may be able to bring both genders back. Let's just see how they go. But I'll definitely bring some fellas in. Once I bring the fellas in, they'll give their views on what they've heard. We'll also dig into the whole cheating thing or whatnot. So I'll make sure I have that for you guys next week. Other than that, I appreciate your time, and I'll make sure I have better headphones next time I come on. I appreciate you.